Hello everybody, welcome back to some don't push the button or whatever it's called. As you saw there, the sign, all the walls are real. That, by the way, complete fluke. I did not remember that the wall was that one right there. Now, I do believe that this one is actually a little bit harder because, as you can see, while not all the walls are real, at the same time, not all the walls lead to a button. So I do believe you go in here and then you have to... No, really? I could have... You always want to double check on this one. I'm walking through the walls because I know the first time I did it. Ah, fuck. Well, that was bound to happen sooner or later, but it also needed to happen because we needed to die by a fall. Come on. Oh. And no. Ah, there we go. There we are. But yeah, you do need to die by like pretty much everything. Don't look at the walls. So obviously you should look at the walls. And boop. Okay, no sign on this one, but as you can see, we got more laser holes. You don't need to push them right up against it, obviously. It's fine as long as they're in front of it. But obviously if you push it right up against it, then it just makes like the biggest path possible. Alright. Oh yeah, this one. This one actually, well, I'm not going to say it stumped me, but it did take me 2 tries. Put one in front of that one. One in front of that one, and then this one. We just need to line up. Boop. So that we get a path clear. So many buttons, and as you can see, we do have lasers. Let's jump. Right bumpers, jump. But now that we're on this side, and no. I was gonna say now that we're on this side, I'll push a button, but they probably trigger insanely quickly. Oh, there we go. Right, that's what this one is. So as you saw, there was 2 gates. The jumping in this game leaves a lot to be desired just because it doesn't feel good. Which I realize is weird. A weird thing to say. Like, jumping doesn't feel good, but it doesn't. It feels like a very weak jump. It's very dangerous here. Oh no. Well, we need to die. Yeah, right, that's what it is. The lasers here don't actually do anything. Do not stand still. Oh no, but there's lasers. What else can I do but stand still? Alright, so we got a button over there, got a maze over here. All vases are real. Oh, are they now? Well, if all the vases are real, that means I won't be able to jump over this. Alright. You cannot find the code. No, no, no. What? 3012? But that can't be it, because obviously we can't find the code. I do believe there's one of these puzzles that has the combination, and I don't know why. And I never figured out why the combination worked. The code is not equal to the sum of 3 numbers. No? Well, let's see. 107 plus 102 would be 209. Plus 103 would be 312. Now you might be wondering, but we got 4 numbers. Now, to be fair, I don't know that putting like 312 in any like on the front instead of the back would change it, or would still work. I don't know. I don't think so. The code is not equal to the sum of all numbers. Wait. What was it? There was a trick to this one, and I don't remember what it was. Because you got 50 and 160, which is 210. Which would be 261, which obviously we can't do because we can't put a 6 in there. Oh, right. But, right, that's what it is. So you got 160 and 50, which is 210, plus 51, which would be 261, but plus 42 got 303. Right? 50, 210, 61. Yeah. Because that one is a little bit trickier because you have to add the room number into it. That's right. That one took me a minute to figure out. And then we get this one. So there's 2 vases in the room. This one, there's 3 vases in the room. You know, I probably should have got killed by the lasers because I think that that's an achievement too, is to like pretty much die in everything there is. And I'm not 100% sure that there's more lasers coming up. I actually can't remember there being any more lasers. Okay, so 3 in that one. Right, so we need to find the cube. Ah, there it is. So there's actually 2 different ways you can solve this one. Like, as you see, there's 2 vases in here. But if I were to pick this up and break both vases, then I could set that to 0 and it would still work. But as you can see, this one here, we can't actually change the dial on it, so you have to make it so that there's 0 in here. The fact that it's a it's already done, then this one, yeah, this one's also 0. The fact that it tracks the vases in the rooms where you can, you know, still obviously change the number to be correct is interesting. Oh, also, I never did. So yeah, if you see, you can't even. And if you're too close, your character just drops it. So is this the one? Yes, this is the one. This one screwed me over. I had to look this one up. Mainly because it's not a great representation, and this room here sucks. Okay? So, if it had a sign, it would be fine. But it doesn't. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand right here. Now, if you look at the floor, it looks like a giant number 2, right? So that makes sense. We're going to save that one for last because I really dislike the way they did that room. And then if you stand here, as you can see, it's a big 0. And then here is a 3. I want you to look at this number 1, right? So it's a straight line. It's got a dinghy to the left on the top and a dinghy to the left and right on the bottom. Keep that in mind. So now we go over to this room. And when I stand right here, that doesn't say 1 to me. That says it's a big hole in the ground. Now what I think they should have done is move the platform so that the line was there. It obviously still has the little doohickey on the left at the top, but it doesn't have either of them at the bottom. And when I started this, and when I first did this, I came into this room first. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, that doesn't give me a number or anything. Because, you know, up until this point, we've hit the number 1 a couple times. We've seen it. That's what it looks like in the game. Why wouldn't they make the floor represented if it was going to be number 1? Move the line in the middle, keep the doohickey to the left, put a doohickey to the right and left, or left and right with the way I was moving there, and then I may have got it. But after seeing that, I turned around and I was like, alright, and I just, nothing, like, it just wouldn't click because that was the first room I walked into. Now, that doesn't mean that if I'd walked into any of the other rooms first, I would have got it. But the fact that I walked into that room first pretty much guaranteed I didn't. Alright, so C does not equal 2. And C plus D does not equal A. Now, that isn't much of a clue, obviously. But, you know, A, B, C, D. C does not equal 2. C plus D does not equal A. Which means that since C does not equal 2, if C has to be 1 or 3, right? Or 0, I guess. Could be 0. Is there more to this? Whatever. So C plus D does not equal A. And since C plus D are going to be different numbers, presumably, otherwise they would be like ACC or ABBC or something, right? Which means we have 0, 1, 2, 3 to put in here. So that leaves C as 0, 1, or 3. C plus D does not equal A. So from that, we can assume that A is 3. C. I swore there was like another sign or something to this. I don't remember this being so weird. But, whatever. So 3, and then C does not equal 2. No, because that would be... I don't remember what this combination is, because I feel like I'm missing something. Because it really seems like there's a piece of this puzzle missing. Because at the moment, C does not equal 2. It does not. C plus D, so 1 plus 0 does not equal A, which is 3, which, you know, obviously 1 plus 0 does not equal 3. It's also 3, 2, 1. Fuck, what is the answer to this? Oh, right, that's what I'm missing. Fuck. So C does not equal 2. See, this fucks me up sometimes. Because, yeah, so C does not equal 2, which means C does equal 2. Fuck Christ. I don't know why. So C plus D equals A, which means, in a sense, A has to be a different number. That must be 3. D must be that, which makes this one 0. Fuck. Right. The signs lie. The signs lie. The signs lie. That same thing happened to me last time, too. Because I was looking at it, I was like, but that doesn't make sense. And then it's like, right, but the signs lie. Fuck. Congratulations, you have completed the game. Well, then I guess I may as well not look for a button. Okay, so if I do this just right... actually, there might not be... Yeah, okay. Aha! Okay, so we got that cracked. I think... Yeah, this crack, as you can see, the rest of them are all facing the left, whereas this one is facing the right. Very easy to not get that one. And I can say that because I didn't get it. So don't lose them. I want to check. Because we should... There it is. We should start seeing these guys soon. Whoosh. There it is. So there's 5 of them to kill. And I say kill because it is kill. It's also very weird because as soon as that one's off the floor, it counts as no longer being in the room. But yeah, there's 5 of them to knock out. So don't lose them yet again. So as long as you just take a peek. Generally, when you have the chance, they'll be out of bounds. In fact, I think... Well, you'll see what I mean later by generally. Because there's some levels later, it's kind of hard to tell what exactly constitutes out of bounds for them. But yeah, they'll be out of bounds and you'll have to throw it at them. And there's one very tricky one that I did not get, and I had to go back for. I still... whatever. Didn't lose them, though. That's the important part. But this is what I mean by out... You can't find the button. By it's hard to tell what's considered out of bounds, because, like, the walls start going away. Because, like, the whole level just ends up, like, breaking. Alright. Okay, so if we go over here, you can see from smallest to largest. Now we're going to pick up this key. And then we're going to remember that the sign lies. But before we do that, you can see him there. Can't actually hit him through that window. Nailed it. So anyway. That one, that one. Okay, so this is the smallest. And since the signs lie, we know that we have to start the smallest one at the highest number. That one looks bigger than this. So this one will be 2. That one will be... No. Whoops, my bad. Hang on. That one will be 1. Yeah. This one will be 2. There we go. That one, by the way, it can be... It's not a horrible shot, as you saw there. You do have to aim up a bit higher. But yeah, there's this. They don't disappear while you're on them, by the way, just to show that. But this is just your classic, you know, the things disappear after you walk over them puzzle. There is one of these that gets hard later just because it requires a jump, and trying to time your jump isn't great. Alright. There. Oh. Oh, wait, no, hang on. There's an easier way to do this. Because once again, it's a super easy thing. That, just keep going. Then just go straight across. That'll open the door for you. And then obviously you still have the path. There's different ways you can do it. Also take note, there's a sign right there. Okay. Three, 313. Oh yeah, and also take note of that guy down there. 3313. Button, pick up the cube. And nailed it. That's the one, by the way, I had to come back and get. Did not know that the cube was behind the button. Did not see it at all. It was way better hidden than I would give it credit for. Okay, so this one might take me a couple tries because it's a jumping puzzle. And like I said, the jumping isn't great. How did I actually manage it? Look at me go. Alright. That took me so many tries my first time through this game. It's not a hard puzzle, but like I said, the jumping, but I kept hitting like just on the edge of the second one or something. You can't get through here. No? Well, that's a shame. Guess I may as well just... Oh, that's right. Anyway. Oh, right. So this one... They just give you cubes in order to test the waters, if you will. Oh. Really? Is this random or something? No? Must be down one of these. There it is. And then as you can see, there's another guy over there. Move slightly, and it's pretty far away, but you get multiple tries on it, so. Because as you see, there's a lot of cubes. No sign on this one. Oh, right. So this one is a little bit of a tricky bitch. So as you see, it connects to this corner. This one is centered. This one is on the corner. And this one is straight back. Because as soon as we hit the button, oh no, all the paths have vanished. So if you didn't memorize them, which you would have no reason to think you had to, then you're gonna have to do it again. Stay away, you can trust me. It's very dangerous here. I'm on your side. Better to get around. I will not let you down. It's very dangerous here. I will fall. Can't get through here. Yeah. And as you can see, we got a cube. Now, this one also took me 2 tries. Not because of the reason that just happened where I forgot which one was saved. But because last time I did it, I mistakenly assumed that since they turned off, that they were all safe. Why I thought that, I can't tell you. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't the greatest thought. In fact, some would say that it made no sense that I would think that. And I would agree with them. But for whatever reason, I thought so. So there's all 5. You can't hide. So that's 5 different minions. That's all there is. There isn't any more than 5. Level 60 complete. Boop. Boop. That opened up. This, careful, don't fall, which is just your indication to fall. It's interesting. There's a did I not? Oh, yeah, there's a cube there. I don't know why, though. There's no... I don't think there's a minion here anyway. I mean... Oh, look at that. There is 2. Wait, is there more than 5? No. I didn't know there was more than 5. Well, screw you, buddy. I don't think I got that one last time. Not that it matters, because you only need 5 of them. Getting 6 doesn't matter. Unless there's... Wait. No, because I can't do that anymore. Yeah, and then I'll have to go back. Button is a button. Is it now? Or is a vase a button? Now this, once again, says button is a button. But this time I don't think that it's a button. But it's the screen itself that's the button. Do not press the Y button. Boop. Just unlocks the door. They have A, D, B. Yeah, they have A, B, C, D, and do not press the Y button. Which I imagine is a lot more clever on the Xbox. I don't know if they changed the signs, because I don't know that this is on the PlayStation. Probably, I don't see why it wouldn't be. But obviously on the PlayStation it would be the triangle button. And if it said do not press the triangle button, they would have to change these to different shapes for it to make sense. Because otherwise, you know, you cannot go through this door. Alright, well. And then, bum bum bum, boss fight. Boom boom boom. That's right. Bet you weren't expecting that in this game. So this boss fight actually kind of sucks. Also, if it's blowing and you hit the button, it will stop blowing, but it will like immediately pick back up. Anyway, the reason this boss fight sucks is because you can't go as fast. Like, as you can see, me moving forward here counteracts the wind, right? You can't do that as easily when you're facing away from it because you don't move as fast backwards. So you can very easily get screwed over by it because it'll be trying to push you backwards, and if you're trying to run backwards, you're not going to have the power to stop it. But yeah, obviously you just keep going. You keep pushing the buttons. You try not to disappear too many paths. You just time it so that you're facing the you're either up against one of the pedestals like I'm doing, or you're facing the boss so that you can walk towards them when it starts blowing and counteract the wind. Now you don't have to use the path I used, obviously. Now this one here, I actually lost at this point. There is no other things, it's just the wind blowing. Boosh. And that's all you have to do. Now you might wonder, how could you possibly lose at that? Well, let me tell you. How far into it were the lasers? 35? Yep. Well, it's a laser. It'll work. Like I said, as you can see, you move at a pretty good pace, just regular walking. Therefore, I never felt the need to use the sprint button in this game. And there's my last achievement. So I made it to that point. The wind started blowing. I started walking forward. That wind actually blows harder, and you can't counteract it with just walking forward. It will slowly blow you backwards. And let me tell you, it still takes a while. You still counter it at least a little bit. It takes quite a while for it to push you all the way off the edge. Never thought of hitting left bumper to sprint because I hadn't needed to do it the entire game. So yes, I lost after the final boss. I managed to lose the game. But that is don't touch the button. The entire game, it would actually, if you wanted to play the game with a guide, this would actually work as a guide for you. It's not a very hard game, and I would highly recommend it. Obviously, if you've already watched me play it, though, it becomes a little bit harder of a recommendation as you've already seen all the puzzles. But, you know, whatever. Thanks, everybody. Oh, and also, I finally made a decision on what I'm going to be doing for Sundays going forward since I ran out of horror games on my Xbox. If I do get more horror games on my Xbox, I will still play them. I'll bring back Spooky Sunday for whenever I end up with another game that can be classified under Spooky. But until then, I think I'm going to go with puzzle games. I know. I'm going to go with puzzle games. I like puzzle games. I already said a couple times I don't really like doing puzzle games in videos because there's a lot of times where I'm just sitting there going, and trying to figure it out. But I can edit that out. And I really like puzzle games. I got a few puzzle games. Some that I've played. Well, a lot that I've played. Some that I haven't played. I'm going to start with the Talos Project, I think is the name. Which is one I haven't played. And then after that one, I'll probably go back, because I think that might actually be the only one that well, no, I don't know. I think that's the only one that I have on here right now. Let's see. Let's switch back to my actual profile. Let's see. I think that might be the only one that I currently have. Yeah, the Talos Principle, that's what it is. So we'll do that one first. And I got a bunch more that I've already played, which obviously I should, in theory, go through quicker. Including Relicta, which I'm actually kind of excited to play again, even though it's a puzzle game, but the story is really good. I was really shocked by that game. But yeah, Relicta and a few other ones that I've played in my own time and not on video. So in theory, I should be able to get through them faster. But that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for more.